Okay. Hello, hello. Oh, excuse the hair. Oh my goodness. Hot mess, hot mess. Hot mess, hot mess. Ugh. Still working on my giant Josephine wall here, the nice Psyche's dreams. Almost done though. Almost done. I'm trying to find the uh dragon dancer, but I haven't found it yet. Haven't found it. Been looking. Been looking. I've been digging. Been digging, but I haven't found it yet. Just have not found it. What is what what? Oh, there it is. I was like trying to find what was sticking up. Hi, Sandy. Oh, I I wanted to make bigger coasters, because the ones I made are so little that the coffee cup doesn't sit on them. I mean, they're pretty, but the coffee cup doesn't sit on them. So I pulled out the Oh, this is Love and Sparkles. This is Cindy. But I pulled out. Well, I ran out of caulk. I'm learning as I go, guy. Learning as I go. So you might as well call this the Diamond Painting Resin channel now. So I'm learning as I go. My poor friend, he just comes in and I think he just gives me these like, oh, looks. He just really does. He gives me these like looks. Because I ran out of caulk, so I took me forever to figure out how to get the caulk out of the caulking gun. And I put the new caulk in there, and well, there's this line on it. So I took out my butcher knife and I sawed it off at that line. Well, I found out you're not supposed to saw it off there. I might not, because it's like huge. The hole is huge. And then he's like, yeah, you're not supposed to cut it there. And I was like, yeah, I figured that out. And he goes, and you're supposed to cut it at an angle. I said, yeah, I figured that out too. Because it leaves this giant hole. So it comes out and it's like, it looks like a piping, like for a birthday cake. I mean, literally. It looks like I'm piping for a birthday cake. So the ribbons are like huge. He's like, yeah, nothing's going to go over that. I was just like, shut up. He's just like, well, if nothing's going to flow over that. He goes, I guess that'll serve your purpose. Well, I'm just like looking at him going, I didn't want it that big. I mean, literally, I had to take an X-Acto knife and cut it down as he's laughing at me all the way. But I made these new coasters. They're like this big, guys. I mean, they're like, you can sit a cut and a half on them. Yeah. So I've been doing these Temu hauls for molds. And I mean, I hit this 90% off sale to where, I mean, it's like, they show me what I was supposed to pay. Like one of them was like $180 and I paid 40. So it's like, woohoo. So I'll show you what I got. And I only paid like, I think the most I paid was like $69 and I do it on Klarna. So it's like 12 bucks, ends up being like 24 bucks a month. But it's like, y'all, because they're what I'm going to give away. Part of what I'm going to give some of my stash away during my event and some resin stuff. And it's like holographic dragons, wall hanging open butterflies. One of them is a crescent moon shelf. Hi, Chantel, with a star. They're really cool. I mean, they're going to be really awesome. I mean, really awesome. And I'm getting much better because you saw my daughter's bowl after the first one, my epic fail that had me on the floor. I don't know if you watched that video all the way through, but literally at 5 o'clock in the morning, I got her, the real one, draped at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was on the floor bawling because her first one split and fell apart. And I was just like devastated because it was beautiful. It was devastated. I took it over to him and he's like trying to do something with it. I don't know. He said he did get it to using, I don't know what he said he used. He used a drill to hold it open and a heater and I don't know, all kinds of stuff. But he finally got it to open up to where he said we could like try to put a patch on it to make a side. He said if you can make similar colors, something about similar colors, and I know the colors I used, we could try to throw a patch in there to make the wall. And he said just keep it yourself and use it for you. And I was like, okay, because I mean the stuff I used in it was beautiful, but it was like, okay, I could do that. At least it'd be my first attempt, and because I mean the colors were gorgeous, and I had so much beads and glass and everything in it. And I mean I beat that glass, and yeah, I had cut feet and cut hands and blood, and yeah, hmm yeah, it was gnarly and so much resin. I mean I think Sandy's used resin. I don't know if anyone else has, but I used a total of like 16 ounces of resin in that thing. That's a lot of resin. That's a lot of resin. So I'd like to at least get some kind of use out of it. I mean, even these coasters I've used. Mm, 30 times 550, 250, probably 350, 450, about 450 mils of resin in these coasters. And I made 500 altogether. And so I had a little bit left over, and I kind of made a makeshift soap dish. And I found this thing to where you can take your leftover drills and make stuff with your leftover diamond drills. So I might do that. I don't know. Guys, I'm down to on her. I'm down to just below her. I'm fixing to do the bottom of her face, like her lips. I've done the whole left side. And show you where I'm at, what I finished today. Let me show you. Or yesterday. Yesterday I didn't get to work on it at all. So let me back this camera the other way, facing back. So I finished that whole side yesterday, or day before yesterday, because I didn't do anything yesterday on it. But I did all that. So today I'm going to be working right here. So I'm going to be doing this part right here. But I got all that up there. I mean, she looks beautiful. So I'll be getting like her hand here and probably right to here because I work so fast. I'll probably get all this done today. So I'm pretty quick. Pretty quick. All right, I was gonna say, where's my magnet? So I'll say, where's my magnet? And then if I could just find, because just find Dragon Dancers. As I measured the wall, she will fit where I want to put her. She will fit where I want to put her. Of course, I lost my painter. He's been out tracking turkeys. He ain't seen any. I mean, he came over last night, and we ended up watching Blended because he'd never seen Blended, and I was watching Blended, and he got into Blended. So we watched Blended and one episode of Originals. I think it was like the second episode of season 2. And he's all about kill that person, kill that person, kill that person. Oh, because he's all about killing. I mean, yeah. That the Originals brings out the evil in people. And I mean, he's just all about. He's all about killing the mom and the dad, Michael and Esther. And I don't know if you've watched the Originals, but he is just all about. I was just like, whoo. Did their mom and dad really bring it out and you don't it? And he says, oh yeah. He's like, oh. Then the next day he's like walking in the woods from like, he gets up about 10. He goes walking about noon. You don't see him till like 6. I was like, my God, no wonder you like fall asleep at like 9. It's like, Ain't no way I'm going to go out there and walk the woods for that long. Mm-mm. I guess, and I forgot, I got to go find where they're at. I got to find those damn things. But, and I just saw them the other day. Crap. But, someone won the things I bought to give for the giveaway on, the Levelthon. I got to find where I put those so I can put the magnets on them. I guess, when I go to the doctor next Wednesday, I'll find the magnets. Well, I got some magnets. I'll put them on them. I told her, I said, give me your address and I'll put the magnets on them and I'll get them out. Thank God I got a little box that'll work. Because that hydro dip film came in, and I'll put it in that little box because that's a little box. And I'll just saw it in half and dip it in that. You are not going to believe this, guys. I drove all the way into town yesterday, because Family Dollar's closing. It's closing its doors. It's going out of business, and they're selling everything in the Family Dollar for 50% off. Everything in Family Dollar is 50% off. Everything, 50% off. So I drove in town. I got there at 5 o'clock. They closed at 7. Okay? They shut their door at 5 o'clock and said, we're not letting anyone else in. We had a busy day. I was like, really? I said, there is no one else out here but me and one other woman. You could let us in. There's no one else out here. Nope. We're shutting our doors. We're done for the day. We had a busy day. We were like, what the hell? So I went ahead and just went and got gas and went and got me a loaf of bread and some milk because I didn't have any of that. A couple other things at Dollar General and some pizza and some ice cream and came home. I was like, what the hell? I mean, that's what I was thinking was like, what the hell? He's like, heck with you. I mean, I was literally thinking, what the hell? I think all of them. All of them in Arkansas are. So check, because all of them in Arkansas are. I mean, all of them. So check, because if they're closing, it's 50% off everything in the store. So check. But it's Family Dollar, and it's like everything is 50% off. I was like, dang, and we only have one in town. So it was like, I would have had to drive like 20 or 30 miles one way or 20, 30 miles the other way. And I was like, I've done 17 miles one way. It was like, I ain't driving anywhere else. It was like, that's pretty crappy. I mean, that was pretty crappy. Pretty dang crappy. But now I got a new use for my spare drills. I really do, because one girl was like showing how she was making soap dishes, or even like some people, the round hi Deborah, the round trays that people are using to throw their trinkets in and stuff. The just the round ones to throw. I don't even know how to describe it. Just the round oval ones that some people have that they throw their pins in and their wax in and stuff. People are making those resin trays of those and putting diamond drills in them. So, I mean, I could make those and give them out, It's like, ooh, sweet. It's like neat. So there's all kinds of things. I got some of those coming. It's like all kinds of things, really cool things. I got a lizard coming, and I thought I could get those squiggly little round eyes that roll around, little squiggly round eyes, and put those in the eye area before I put the resin in, and put those in there and kind of paint some colors on them with chameleon colors before I put the resin in, and then put the resin in. Thought that would be cool. It was like neat. It's different things you can give out, just as neat things, like really neat things. Because I got the tumblers I can make, especially now that I got the hydro dips. And so it was like, that way I have extra things. Like today I had that extra, when I did the coasters, I had that extra. I had extra. I was like, what am I going to do with this? Ooh. So what I did is I took Eileen, you're gonna love this. I had Eileen's tacky glue, the regular tacky glue. And I was like, what am I gonna do? So I took the tacky glue and I just drew out an oval. I thought, okay. I thought that might work because it'll dry up like glue. And I took some. Oh no, I am so sorry, Deborah. Oh no, those are always awful. Awful, awful. I am so sorry. Especially when they're unexpected. Those are the ones that really get you. If they're expected, you're kind of like prepared for it. You know, the unexpected ones really come up and just whammy you. Oh, let me show you. I'm going to show you some cool stuff. He brought me some cool stuff. He's always bringing me cool stuff. I always get cool stuff. Let me show you my new cool stuff. I never know what this man's going to pull out of his pockets. Every time he comes and he's pulling stuff out of his pockets, it's always amazing. I don't know if you can see it, though. See if I can get it close enough where you can, I can find the camera. I don't know. Can you see it? Oh, wow. That is unexpected. It's a fossil. Let me see, which one is this? It's like a, there it is. It's a fossil and it looks like, I don't know what it's of, but it's either a round leaf, but do you see it? It's the size of this daggum rock. Oh, man. Oh, man, that's awful. 38. Was it a heart attack? Because at that age, that's usually what it is. I think that's a leaf, but I think it's a leaf or a mushroom or something. But there's that one. Yeah, at that age, that's what it is, usually. And this one was like one of those little crustacean thingies. I mean, these are rocks. I mean, this is a rock. So, let's see if I can get that focus. I mean, that is in the rock. That works. There. There's that one. And a leaf. That's a hard rock. Let me see, where's this one? And this one's a pretty leaf. If I can get it to show. Where is it? There it is. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, camera. It's right there. Now focus. I don't think that one's going to show up. Oh, you know what it probably was? If he broke his leg in two places, it was probably an emboli from the leg. He should probably shot a fat emboli from the leg. It's You see, it's like right in here, but it's a real thin leaf that goes all the way up. And these are rocks. And he just walks around, looks at the ground, and pulls these things up. I mean, and this is a freaking huge rock. And he comes in and he starts digging stuff out of his pockets. I always know he's found something for me. But yeah, if he had 2 broken bones and they were probably bigger bones, probably through a fat emboli, and that's probably what killed him. That's what I always worried about when people came in and they had like multiple broken bones, because that'll kill you. And people don't realize that, but I mean, like a little broken arm or something, that won't, but legs will in a heartbeat because they're bigger bones. Like your ankles won't, but when you start getting into legs, they will. Especially when you like get into like upper legs and upper part of the yeah. And that's probably what happened. And people don't realize that legs are scary. Because when you break that bone, the inner part of the bone, that marrow part, it'll leak out into your blood, and it can shoot off stuff, and it'll kill you. It'll go into your heart, and then yeah. It does hurt. It does. I mean, like with my mom, even when she went, I mean, being a nurse and with her health and all, but I wasn't expecting it when it happened. And so it does. It hurts. But no, he is still with you. Look for the signs. He is with you. He is. And if you look for the signs, I'm serious. Look for the signs. You'll know when he's there. You will. Look for the smells. Look for the feels. I mean, that sounds crazy. But look for the smells, look for the feels. If something feels similar to when he was around, he's with you. If something smells similar to when he was around, he is with you. Don't blow it off. Don't say, he's with you. Okay? Just know that he is with you. And say, I know you're here. And acknowledge that he's with you. Okay? Because my mom did that a lot with me. I mean, when she first passed, she did that a lot with me. I mean, she doesn't do it as often with me now, but I don't need her as much now, if that makes sense. But it's also been 5 years. She still comes every now and then, but not as often. But at first, it was a lot, and I needed it a lot. But just know, if something smells similar to him, you smell something and it smells like him, it's him, and acknowledge him. If something feels like him, acknowledge him, because it's him. They do come and visit. They do come when you need them. So acknowledge him. I mean, my mom would come when I was at work. I would be at work and I would smell her and I would tell her, I'm okay. I mean, I really wasn't, but I was okay enough. But I would smell her. And her smell was cigarettes, believe it or not. No one else was smelling these damn cigarettes, but boy, I was smelling her. But her smell was cigarettes, because she smelled like a freaking freight train. So, I mean, I'd be smelling cigarettes, and no one, well, we don't smell cigarettes. I'm like, okay, Mom. I finally told her, I said, Mom, you got to find a different perfume, So she finally started coming in with her perfume that she wore. And I was like, thank you, please, thank you. But I mean, like when I first got out of the hospital, I'd be sitting there and it smelled straight up like someone stuck an ashtray up my nose. And I was like, Dad, you smoking in the house? And he'd be like, no. And I'd be like, even over at my house, and no one has ever smoked in my house. And I'd be like, what the hell? You know? And finally I realized it's mom. Mom is coming and checking on me. And I was like, well, thank you. And then sometimes it felt like someone was hugging me, which was kind of freaky at first, but I was like, thank you, Mom. I needed that. So, just acknowledge them. Just let them know, I know you're here and thank you. I needed that, because they're still here. I mean, my dad said he feels like someone's getting in the bed on her side of the bed. And I said, well, then acknowledge her. She's there with you. You talk to her all daggum day, acknowledge her. I mean, they do, they'll stay until we don't need them anymore. And I had a medium tell me that. They said they will hang around till you don't need them. When you don't need them is when they'll finally get to where they don't hang around as much. They'll come they'll come as long as you need that. That's okay. It's like we talk about whoever needs. I hope it helps. But just know he's with you. And if you need to, I talked to my mom a lot at first. I mean, like I don't know if you saw it, but I made her I took little break-in doggy, which was her doggy, and when I found her skull, we cleaned it up and I painted it. I made a little resin garden for the doggy, and I made a little memorial, and my mom's urns over there, and little break-in doggy skull over there on the garden, and there's a little candle over there. And I mean, she's got her own little memorial over there. It's all set up. So I mean, she's got a little skull. I mean, her skull's so pretty. It's all bright and hot pink and silver teeth and the whole 9 yards. And my brother's so mad, because he lives across the street and me and Jim went and collected all them skulls. And he's like, what are y'all going to do with all them skulls? And we're like, we're going to hydro dip them, because we're planning on hydro dipping them. I don't know what we're going to do with them after we hydro dip them, but we're going to hydro dip them. I mean, he's going to hydro dip them, and we're talking about buying like this, hydro dip. Like I bought galaxies, and he wants to get skulls and flames, and so stuff like that. And I don't know what we're going to do with them after we do them, but paint them and hydro dip them and do them up. And I got the little turtle shell that I cleaned up and glued together, and so I don't know what we're going to do with them, but we just we're both kind of the same. We're ADHD. We got all these projects we do, and we just kind of, yeah. And then, like I told him, I said, just doing one tumbler at a time kind of sucked. And he said, oh, I can make you one that does 4 at a time. I said, really? I have one I can send you. I have one that's got, I got it from, send me your address in Messenger and I'll send it to you because I'll never do it. I got it from, hold on a minute, I'll show you it. I'll be right back. Because I will never do it. I know it. I got it for my son. He's like, I don't have nowhere to put it. It is the Millennium Falcon. And I believe, let me see. I believe it's a partial. So you're only doing the Millennium Falcon. And it's a 20 inch by 20 inch. I don't think you do the white background. I think you're just doing the Falcon. So I mean, it's just and it's a diamond dots. You know, so most of theirs are just, and it's a Disney. It's a Disney. So just message me on Messenger your address, and I'll send you that. Because he's like, I have no more wall room, Mom. So it's like, well, crap. Then I won't do it for you. So it's just sitting in my room. So I'll send it to you, and that way you can do that. And I know you can find a 20 by 20 frame at Hobby Lobby, because I know they have those. And I think most of the time you can find those for like 50% off, 40% off. Ow. I got resin in my hair. Doing this resin, man, I got resin everywhere. I got resin in my hair. I got resin everywhere. I'm gonna have to resin. I am just literally gonna have to tape up the sides of my island, pick some pretty colors, and resin my island, because it's like I've decimated my island. I'm so sorry I didn't make you cry. I mean, it's like, oh, I have resinized my hair. I have resinized my kitchen. Doing that bowl. I mean, the bowl is beautiful. I mean, the bowl is beautiful. Yeah, the purple thing. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it's to die for. It is beautiful, 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 beautiful. I sent my daughter a picture. You know, her birthday is tomorrow, and so I'm not going to get there till next Wednesday. So I sent her a picture and said happy birthday. And she goes, "Oh my God, Mom, that's beautiful. It looks like purple, a purple, a purple reef, coral reef." I mean, it is beautiful. Let me get a pic. Let me go get it, and I'll show you all the sides of it, since you really couldn't see all the sides of it. This is all the sides of it. So this is all the sides. And this is basically the size of the inside of the first one, and then the outside was twice this size. So it would have been like huge. It was double layer, so it would have had this size and then one double this size. And it had this color, and then it had a blue color. And the inside had the glass, which is what this one is. And then the outside one had these little plastic, like teardrop beads, like diamond teardrop beads. And they were plastic. And this is the inside color of it. And you put it upside down on something and let it hang so it drips. And it's called a drip vase. And so everything drips down and ends up coming down, so it's all got drippy things off the sides, and yeah, it was so fun to make. And my kitchen was just, oh my God. It was, yeah. And it was my first one, and of course, the videos never really, yeah, that's all I gotta say. The video says, do this. Hmm. Yeah. And the video looks so easy. And when I did the thing, it was like, oh my God. It was like, yeah. Because it was like when I went to drop the second one on top of the first one, it was like it touched, and it was like, yeah, it's violet. The colors I used were violet and silver. And so it's violet and silver. And then I used a heat gun and kind of like blew them and let them just kind of blend and move on their own. Because I don't have a torch. So it's got a few bubbles in it, not many. So it's got a few bubbles, not very many, but a few. Um, so it's not too bad. I mean, she's like, it looks beautiful. Because, I mean, all this on the outside, all this is crushed lavender glass. So my entire kitchen was covered in glass. I had glass everywhere. And you can do them in whatever. Someone told me, he said, you could probably sell those like at a, crafting in the summer to where it's really got a lot of light. And he said you could probably put them on Etsy as a custom and just let people pick their color and just, let them be customized to where they pick their color, and you tell them it's going to be so many weeks to make it. Because, I mean, people could pick their own color and then I can make them custom. And he said, you could probably sell those for up to $175, $200. And I was like, well, actually on Etsy, like the 2-layer one that I was making the first time, they sell for $350. Seriously, guys. And this one on Etsy is like $150, $175. So I was like, hey, yeah. I mean, if I got really good at it and could do them really well, they do sell for really high dollar. I mean, when you get really good to where you don't have any flaws or anything, there's a couple in this one. But yeah. But you could customize them and say, hey, custom order, pick your color, pick what you want, and then make it. Because you could do it custom to where, someone says, I want ruby red, and you just do it in reds. Or I want blues, and do it in blues, and do whatever. Like the custom coasters I made today, I did big, instead of doing the flat, instead of doing this stuff, I did glitter, and I did the big chunky flat glitter, and I did a pink, and I did a violet, and I did a purple, and a blue, like a light sky blue, and a light like spring green. I did 5 different colors, and I did like an orangey one, and then clear in the middle. And then on the outside, I just went and bought paint markers, just paint markers, and I'm going to do them on the outside with silver paint marker. And I made them huge, big enough that you can actually put your cup on it, and it's like double this, so and double this, so that you can actually put your cup on it. So it was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then I saw one that's in my cart right now, to where you could make one that's actually, it could be a cup of tea, or it can be a cup of cocoa, or it could be a cup of coffee. And the coffee would actually have coffee beans in it. The cocoa would have little marshmallows in it and whipped cream. And well, the coffee would have latte, like the latte foam. And the cocoa would have the whipped cream, the marshmallow foam on top, or whipped cream on top, and then marshmallows floating around in it. And then the tea would have like lemon floating around in it and ice cubes. And you can literally make these things in resin and put them inside. And so the cups, you put your like light color for your tea, or, caramel brown for your whatever as your background. And then you have a clear cover, and you actually fill it with, they use like BioClear or BioTrue for contact lens solution as your water. And you would have your little white marshmallow puffs, or clear, translucent for your ice cubes, or a little yellow for your lemon wedge, or whatever, or chocolate brown for your, coffee beans floating around in the water. And it's a coaster for your coffee or your tea. And I thought, now that's some freaking cute stuff. And then it has a little coaster holder that they sit in, and then you put them down. And I thought, that's kind of cute. And it has that you fill them up with. Now, I thought that was really cute. Now, that is kind of cute. I thought that would be a cute coaster. And then one thing I'm getting for my daughter for Christmas. So there's some really cute things I'm doing with resin, as well as I'm still doing diamond paintings. Like, I'll do a whip and chat when I like do her lips. I think her lips is when I'll get up there, like her lips and nose. I'll do a whip and chat with that. Another one I'm gonna do when I do it, I'll probably do a live when I do, or not a live, but do a video when I do it, is trying to figure out how to do a really pretty pour with it. It's kind of like a geode, so it's got some. I bought some like gold flake, and my daughter loves purple, so I'll put gold flake in it and some different colored purples and swirls and stuff, and make it look like a geode. But you can put your wine bottle, and it sits over the top of the wine bottle. It's got a hole in the middle, and it sits over the top of the wine bottle. And then it kind of has like two little slats. And then you take your wine glasses, and they sit in those slats. So it's kind of, like shaped like a geode. And so you got your wine bottle in the middle, and then your glasses kind of hang in those slats. And then I thought I'd take two wine glasses, and just on the bottom of the oval part of the wine glasses, just kind of, paint some purple, just kind of generic designs with resin and like gold, and just kind of, put that around that. And then she'll have some wine glasses that have resin on them that are purple and gold to go with her thing. I thought that'd be a really cool Christmas present. And so I thought when I do that, I would, show it as a video, because it's really pretty. It really is. You can do some neat stuff with resin, and that's really pretty. And I thought that'd make a really nice Christmas present. Plus, I'm doing that Captured by Radiance, Oh Holy Night, or whatever it was, by Abraham Hunter, where it's got the carriage going over the bridge, and the church, and yeah, she gets that one. So And you can get some really good on Facebook. Just kind of just like look up one resin thing, and they'll start popping you some resin. And I think I got 2 gallons, which is, was it 2 gallons or a gallon? No, about 2 gallons. Because when I bought 2 gallons, I ended up getting a gallon of hardener and a gallon of resin. And they call it 2 gallons. I don't know why. But you end up getting a gallon of each. So you end up, they call it 2 gallons, but you actually get a gallon of each. So, um, so I mean, and I've done the two tumblers and these two giant things and the coasters and this whatever you want to call it thing. I don't know what it's going to turn out being, but so um, so that's not bad. I mean, I've done quite a bit of resin, gone through quite a bit, and I've only used like a fourth of the jugs, and I think I only paid like $100 for those big jugs, and they're big enough that I bought pumps, snow cone pumps to put in them because I was like, I am not picking these big ass things up and pouring them, because it's like, no, 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 so it's like really cool. But I was like, But I thought, that'd be cool, like even for my event to give as giveaways, for the event, like if I do a live, use that for giveaways. Because it's like there's no way I can afford to do what I did last year. So this year it's like I'll get some sponsors and do that. And then Temu's so dadgum cheap. It's like for Temu, it's like whenever you go on there and they'll show you at the end, it was like $180 order and you're paying 48. It's like you can't beat that at all. At all. It's like, yeah, can't beat that at all. It's like, mm-mm. And I was like, I looked at Hobby Lobby at one mold and it was like $16. And I was like, I ain't buying no molds. And I looked at Temu and they were like $4. And I was like, what? $3. And I was like, no way. I think the most expensive mold I've spent on Temu was like $8. And that's because there was like 9 pieces to it. So it was like, well, if there's 9 pieces to it, okay, for 9 pieces, it's like, that's worth it. It's like, that would be worth it for 9 pieces. So it's like, yeah. I mean, and like the shelf was only $7. And that one's like, I figured that would be a good one for the event, let your witch goddess free. I mean, because it's a half crescent shelf and a star that's attached. So you get the star and a shelf. And so I thought that was kind of cool, and then like the dragon, and it's a holographic dragon. So I thought that was kind of cool, so it was like, kind of cute. And the butterfly, that was neat. And I've seen the butterfly done. That was kind of neat. I mean, that one is kind of neat. So I thought, because I've seen it done. So it was like, that actually turned out really pretty. So it was like, okay. The ones I'm not sure of, I like, not sure about that one. But the ones I've seen done and they're actually pretty nice. It's like, You can actually make lotion pump jars and bathroom jars and shampoo bottles. And I wish I knew what over there in my something over in my herb stuff keeps popping. It'll like bing, 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 bing. I had to give away a bottle. My event starts October 1st, so you have plenty of time. It goes October 1st to October 31st. I am not doing 2 months this time. It's only 1 month. Um, it can be a 30 by 40. That's all. That's it. Ooh, that would be pretty. That would be pretty. You only have to have a 30 by 40 size. If you have a bigger one, you only have to do a 30 by 40 on it. You can, I mean, that's it. I'm not doing a Google Doc this year. If you win, you're responsible for getting me your address. If you win a prize, you know, if you don't give me your address, you don't get a prize. Hey, that's simple. That's simple. I'm not going to chase anyone. We're all grown-ups. Prizes this year are probably not going to be as big. I'm going to try to get sponsors. If they don't want to sponsor, then I'll get you what I can. I'm not going to go out and spend a fortune like I did last year. But I will get some stuff out of my stash. So yeah, because I gave away all kinds of stuff last year. Most of mine last year, I was giving away Diamond Art Clubs. I mean, I'll try to see if I can get Diamond Art Club to give away gift cards again. Don't know if they will or not. Um, Nick said she'll sponsor. I'll try to get Debbie Day again. I'll try to get Firefly again. So I'll see what I can do. I will see what I can do. And then, I'm making all kinds of this resin stuff, so I can throw in some resin stuff. I'll throw in some of my stuff. 'Cause I got tons of stuff. And if you don't mind it being budget friendly, um, basically anything witchy. Anything pagany, anything witchy. I mean, if it's a cat with a crystal ball or with if it looks witchy, if it looks pagany, free flowy, you know. Most Michaelgelinas look pagany. Anne Stokes look pagany. Trying to think of all the ones that look pagany. I mean, I even took Lady of the Forest. I mean, because, yep, that one looked pagany. I did Amertine Witch last year. We did the Sage and Hood last year. I took Sage and Hood and Amertine Witch and I donated them to the witch store because they didn't have anything witchy on their dang wall. And I told them they needed something witchy on their wall. So I took them to the witch store and told them put them up on their wall. They needed something witchy on their wall. I mean, so it doesn't have to be, a wicked witch. It could be a pretty witch. It can be a flowy witch. I mean, it can be anything that looks, just anything. If it has, even if it just has a pentagram's witchy, if crystal ball's witchy, anything. Anything. And they're so easy to find. Even on budget friendly. Go on Temu. They have tons. Go on Temu and look up, just put witchy canvas, and man, they'll hook you up. And their stuff is cheap. It does not have to be from Diamond Art Club. It does not have to be from Dreamer Design. It can be budget friendly. I am not picky because I know people are on a budget, especially now. Sometimes I grocery shop at Dollar Tree. So, hey. And so I understand. And someone told me, well, I don't know, Temu, I've heard they don't have good canvases. I said, I got 3 of them up in my bathroom. I'll take pictures and show you. They don't look bad. I mean, for the size, they don't look bad. I mean, I've gotten some really pretty ones from Temu. So it's like, yeah, they're budget, but they're cute. It's like, hey. And they get it done. Oh, excuse me. My coffee's attacking. And my little robot vacuum just got done vacuuming. I let him vacuum until the red light quit coming on, which kept telling me I had to dump it and the dogs quit barking at it. I let it go until the dogs quit barking. When the dogs quit barking, that tells me that they're done chasing it. It's like, ugh. It's like they're bark, 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 bark. Mom, there's something running around the house making noise. And I'm like, yeah, there is. It's chasing, it's picking up all your dog fur and your dirt. My daughter was like, I see you finally bought one. I was like, no, it was given to me. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, about an hour ago, I heard he must have walked up in the woods because the dogs went blooming nuts out there, which means he must have walked out up in the woods. So it's like, he's up there looking for turkeys. Yesterday, I thought he said he saw some, and he was like, he was saying he didn't see some. I said, oh, good. And he said, good. I said, well, didn't you say you saw some? And he said, no, I didn't see a damn thing. And I was like, oh, sorry, then not good. He was like, rah, 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 like a grumpy bear. Men are strange when they get old. When they get old, they get strange. Strange, strange, strange. They get grumpity. Grumpity, grumpity. And I was telling him last night, I said, yeah, I can trust you for everything except for one thing. And he looked at me and went, what? I said, yeah, time. I said, can't trust you worth a damn for time except for like when we go to your birthday present. I said, I can pretty much trust that you'll be on time because we have to be there at a specific time. And he said, yeah, I'll be on time for that. And I was like, uh-huh. I said, but other than that, you can tell me you'll be here in an hour and it'll be when you get here. And he was like, yeah, I am pretty bad about that. I said, yeah, you are. He said, but on other things, like if it's got to be a specific time, I'm good on that. And I'm like, mm-hmm. I said, yeah. I said, but other than that, I trust you for everything else. I trust you with my life for everything else. But time is not one of them. I said, you have your own version of time, and it's gym time. He just kind of looked at me and chuckled. And I was like, I said, yeah, you got gym time. He said, unless it's like specific, it's got to be specific. And then I'm there. I said, yeah. I just died laughing. It was like, yeah, if it's specific, then you're there. But if it's not specific, you're not. It's like you got your own. You walk to your own drum. He goes, yeah, I do, don't I? And I was like, you do. You may say an hour, but that hour ain't happening. It's like, it's so funny. It's hilarious. It is funny. But yeah, so far I know Nyx just said she'll do trade, she'll sponsor, and I'll get a hold of Debbie Day. But they want you to. It's so funny. They'll say, "Contact me early," and you'll contact them early, and then they'll say, "Well, contact me close to the time," and then they'll, "Why didn't you contact me earlier?" And I'm like, "I did." And well, I don't remember that. It's just like, hmm it's like I don't know. Me getting my meds is the best thing that ever happened to me. And now I don't even forget my meds because I just throw them in my little med thing and just take them every day. Just take them every day. And it's like at least one time a day, once a day, I get something accomplished. Like yesterday, I did all my dusting. So at least one thing a day gets done. Um, One day I did all my utensil drawers, which was like a horrible accomplishment. It's like, oh, that needed bad done so bad. It's so bad. That was something I put off for like a year, but I finally got done. Um, I need to do. I think I'll do my pajamas. I'll do all my dresser and just clean out all my pajamas and get rid of the ones I just really don't ever wear. So I might as well just go through them and throw them away. And I got to break down all my boxes. So that'll be my thing for today. Yesterday was dusting. Um, so I pick something every day and get it done. Do it instead of putting it off. Um, but before I started the Adderall, I never did that because it was like, so the Adderall was like the best thing ever. And when I saw my psychiatrist today, she goes, "So that was a good thing." I said, "Oh God, yes, God, yes, that was a good thing." And I was able to get that massive picture done and get it up on the wall. My giant Hade is now up on the wall. It is up on the wall. So I'm really happy about that. I'm fixing, of course, now we're in spring. So I'm going to take this winter picture off of my mantle. It's coming down and put something else up there. I don't know what, but winter picture's coming down. I don't know what I'll put up there, but winter's coming down. Um, I might put the Great Outdoors or whatever it is back up there, but the winter one's coming down. But yeah, get that down, and then get this one finished. So I can get it up on a wall. I'll take it to Hobby Lobby and have it dry mounted, so I can get it up on a wall. But it's almost done. I mean, it's literally almost done. Like really close to done. Like really, 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 really close to done. Like so close, it's unreal. Um, Thank God. Yes. And then I'm doing all this resin stuff. And I'll walk you over there and let you see the coasters. You can see them in progress because they are like in progress. Let me see, camera. Okay. I'm gonna let you see the back of my hand while I'm walking so you don't get sick. Okay. This is going to be the little, I think I'm going to make it into like a soap pad for my bathroom. And that I can just put soap on it. And I put those little things around it. And then I'll just pop it like right around it. And that way it'll come out. And then these are the sides of my coasters. Those are how big they'll be. And so when it gets done, I'll just pop them out of there. And then that's like the pinky one, the greeny one, the bluey one. Well, that one's more of the dark pink. That one's a really light pink. And that one's the purple. And then those are the little beads. And these are all holding this. And this is just that holographic window film. And then this is just holding them down. That is one of them Dyson things, and it's running at 75 because it's got to be a certain temp. And so I've got it on heat to keep it warm so that it will cure, because it's got to be a certain temp to cure. And it was so cold in here this morning, so it's at a certain temp to cure. Ouch. Ow, ow. And let's see, those are my big jugs. And so I've used about a third of the jug. Okay, and I'll flip it back around. Okay. So, and I guess I could start taking some of my stuff back to my craft room and break down boxes. Oh, I hate breaking down boxes. Yeah, you see my poor kitchen. I get it cleaned up, and then I start working on resin, and then it just gets decimated. I mean, my poor kitchen gets decimated. And then that just being that, I don't know, whatever that is, that island, it just soaks up that resin. That's why I'm really thinking of just doing a resin pour on that island and turning it into resin to where, I mean, because I could do a resin pour, like buy deep pour resin and pour it at like a half an inch and like do like a really pigmented paste of like I would like to do it like what colors? Almost like a blue and a not purple, but like a raspberry-ish color, and like just swirl them together. Yeah, it could. And see, I was and putting diamond drills in it, like leftover diamond drills, real pretty colored diamond drills, and putting them in it and just making it with those, because I got a couple of molds coming, and just putting leftover drills in it from different paintings. And so having those. But yeah, but I had I had that much left over, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm not gonna waste it. It's like, I'm not wasting resin. What am I gonna do with this? So I thought, I'm just going to put a lean tacky glue down and glue these beads in it and pour that in there and make it blue. That's what I did. I was like, that's what I'm doing. And I'm using just some leftover film I had from when I did my windows, and that's what I'm using. Literally, that's what I'm using is leftover glue, window film. Literally, that's what I'm using. And like when I made this drip bowl, my daughter's bowl, I went to Dollar Tree and bought a shower curtain, just a plain old plastic shower curtain, and cut it. And that's what I used to make the bowl, was a shower curtain. Because what you have to do is I didn't want a design in it. And so it had to be plastic with no design. And so I bought a plastic shower curtain that was shiny, because you want it shiny. If you want it to be shiny, you have to have it shiny. And so I had to buy a shiny shower curtain. that has that holographic design in it of flowers. So that's how it gets those flowers design in it, is because it's got the holographic design of the flowers. So you could actually buy holographic where it's got the mosaic design in it, and you could make bowls that have that design. So, and if you got one that just has a matte finish, they'll be matte finish. So whatever finish you're pouring on, that's what it'll be. So you got to be careful what you pour on. If it's got a matte finish, it'll be a matte. If it's got a shiny finish, it'll be shiny. If it's got that decorative finish, it'll be decorative. So yeah, I've been learning a lot. A lot. But the resin will pick up what you pour on. So yeah. Like when I say that this dragon that I've got that is holographic, the mold is actually got a holographic finish on it. So when you pour on this mold, it's a holographic finish on the mold. So when you pop that dragon out, the dragon has a holographic finish on it. So you could, and I'm going to check Michael's. They got this stuff. It's called white diamond, and so you could put that in your stuff, and so it gives it, it get translucent diamonds, so it gives it kind of a diamondy color, translucent diamondy pop, and so it'll have like a diamond pop to it, and so it would have a translucent diamond pop to it, plus the holographic. So that would be really cool. And could you imagine getting one of those as a gift? That would be really awesome. So that's what I was saying. Instead of me buying stuff, to give away, I was thinking about just making stuff and making it now so I have it to give away. Because that way I'll have a cup of, this stuff's got to set for like 48 hours before you can pop it and all kinds of stuff. And that way I have time to decide what I'm going to do with it and how I'm going to do it and the colors and yeah. How to create it and yeah. Because you want to get creative. You don't want to just throw it in there. You don't want to be just throwing it in there. Because they got all kinds of stuff. They got chameleon powders and color changing powders and because the chameleon powders, you put it in there and like the way the light hits it, it'll change colors. It'll be like a blue or to green, and they got all kinds of stuff. They got some you paint on after they're done. They got some you paint into, dab into the mold, and it picks up the color when it comes out. It's like really wild. It's like, wow. Okay. Did not know that. Did not know that. But I thought that would be, because like you said, you could make those for like dishes to put your pin, your wax and stuff in. And people are actually putting their diamond drills from other, like kits and putting their leftover drills into the resin and pouring it into them. And that's kind of cool and neat. So, yeah. And that way you're incorporating your diamond painting into your a way to use your leftover drills. I got so many spare drills that it's like I can't put a lot of square drills. There's a lot of square drills I'm having to throw away because I've got so many. I can't put them away. There's some I can still keep, but there's some I can't. So I'm just putting them in a bag. And so that bag, I just keep them in the bag so long and then I throw them away. So now I can put them in a bag and then I can put them, and like keep the really colors that pop in a bag, in one bag, and use those to make really cool, trays. That would be cool. Like the black colors, throw them away, but the really colors that pop, use those to make trays. And that would be awesome. And I think that's what I'll do. When I put spare drills away, the ones that I got that I need, put those away. And then the other ones that are like blah, throw them in a bag to throw away. And then the other ones, keep them in a bag to, mix them all up and put them into trays. And that would be really awesome. And now I've got it so warm in here, I can turn the heater on because it was 60 degrees in my house when I woke up this morning. It was like freaking cold. And I was like, oh, it's too cold. I can't do resin in this. I mean, it's like, whew, it was, but there was like, it was like, oh, it's like you can do so much, and there's so many things. There's like so many things, so many things, so many things. But yeah, you can use them for soap trays. You can use them for diamond painting trays. You can. There's pin holders, like those swirly ones. Where you got 3 different. I've been seeing molds for those, where you got the 3 slots, like where it twirls on itself. I've been seeing molds for those, where it's like a big swirl. The 3, I've been seeing molds for those. I mean, yeah. I've learned how to make pigment paste, and I've got all kinds of eyeshadow. And do you see me wearing eyeshadow? No. And so I'm thinking about taking all my eyeshadow and popping it out and putting it in. I have a mortar and pestle that I don't use for nothing. And I'm thinking about grinding it down to mica powder and just making me some pigment paste with it, and making pigment paste with it, and just having my own pigment paste. Because I could do that. Because I got tons of little jars, and I could just make my own pigment paste. And that would be awesome. I mean, I literally could make my own pigment paste. And that would be great. In fact, I might do that today, is grind down a bunch of eyeshadow that I don't use, that I like the colors, and make pigment paste with it. And that way I don't have to buy pigment paste, for like bronzes and golds and purples. And then all I have to do is just take little dabs of it and put it in the resin and stir it in, and you have pretty colors. Because I was like, well, if that's all you do to make the stuff, I mean, crap. I've just saved myself some money. I mean, literally, lots of money. Because that stuff's expensive. I mean, like, they charge a high dollar for that stuff. And if that's all you do to make it is grind down your eyeshadow and mix it together, hey, I can do that. I can do that. If I used to be able to mix medicine, I can mix some mica powder and resin together. So it's like, I got that. Because I can do that. Real easy. Real easy. It's like, got that down. Got that down. So it's like, we can do that. We can really do that. Or you can make your own colors. You could take this color and this color and make a color. Make your own colors. Like, if you want this color and you want a real pretty teal, you can make your own colors, make your own stuff. So it's like, I might get creative today. I might go break down those boxes, get rid of that pile, because I don't like piles all over the place. Break down those piles, save my diamond painting for later and get creative with making pigment paste. Because I know I have some little bitty tubs that I bought for kitten up in that I don't use for kitten up in worth nothing. And I can use them from putting pigment paste in. Yeah, that would work. That would do it. That would be great. That would be really awesome. Just get creative. And then next week I can show you the colors I made. Say I made this color and I made this color and I made this color. I made this color and I made this color. It's all about the color, because I made these colors. I mean, because this is the combination of two colors. So it's all about the colors. Well, I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes, so I guess I will hop off and start breaking down these stupid boxes. And I will see y'all later. I might pop on later in the week. Let you know how the colors went. I love y'all. And I will get this out to you. And I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful time. And Deborah, remember what I said. If you feel them, say hi. If you smell them, say hi. And have a wonderful time. Have a great week. Have a great time. Have a wonderful day. Love, peace, and happiness. Have a blessed day. Love y'all. Bye.